one of the most important things for them is meaning. They will not work for a meaningless BS place,
Yeah.
that just says work harder, I want you to be more productive, and let's see whether you get promoted. That kind of attitude, sorry, doesn't cut it. Meaning. Second thing is surprising, they're looking for mentorship. They love mentors, people who guide them, who spend time with them, and so on. The third thing is, this is probably the only generation that's going to be arguably poorer than the earlier generations.
Yeah.
For many, many, many complex reasons. We probably don't have the time to explore this, Now, they want a solid remuneration. They don't want to compromise on that, okay? The fourth one is they are looking for a great culture of diversity, of stimulation, right? Of a certain do-good kind of culture to the community. It's all this gender, climate, and so on and so forth. In fact, 70% of them want to reduce their carbon footprint. And 44% of them actively will only look at a company that is purpose-driven. And the final one is growth and development, right? If you don't offer this, don't bother. In fact, 20% of Gen Zs who are hired, this will shock you, they are fired within a week. Yeah, 20%. This was a pretty broad study, that was done mostly in Western Europe and the US, right? In Asia, it's not very much lower. It was about 10 to 15%. They were actually fired on the first week or the first 10 days. So there you go. Strengths, weaknesses, there are opportunities, and challenges.
I think this was very insightful, and I don't have much to add to this except for the fact that I think what it means in terms of what organizations should do and prepare themselves for. I think a very good point on loyalty. And I think the definition of loyalty needs to change. It cannot be on tenure anymore. Tenure, loyalty should be about how engaged are they while during the time that they are, what value do they bring, and how do they contribute to the organization while they are there. Like good till it lasts, right? So I think organizations need to be very prepared for that, and intent to stay or the ability to stay, I think it's great if they do, but even if they don't, I think it's about getting the best out of them because they have a lot to offer.
Yeah.
I worked with some Gen Zs, like I had interns. I had some fabulous interns, exceptional in terms of what they do, right? They're so good at technology. They're so good at picking up new technology. So get the best out of them. What is their strength? Tapping into their strengths, understanding their motivators. Karthik was right. They will not just do any job. I remember I had an intern and I asked her to build out a tool, right? She was very happy building the tool. She built the tool and then we were enhancing the tool, right? After 3 months, she tells me, I don't like this anymore. You're making me do administrative job. I said, this is not administrative. You are enhancing the tool. And for a moment, I was quite flabbergasted and the usual thought process, what the hell? I mean, this is not, I do administrative job. Why can't you do administrative job? But that's how they are wired. They want that purposeful challenge, right? It just doesn't have to be the challenge of, a job which is mundane for them. They want purposeful jobs and purposeful challenge. So how you design their work for them. So these are things which are value drivers that you get from this generation. Just know how to tap into it and be prepared to lose them. That's all.
Just to build up the sheet, touched on something important, loyalty. See, loyalty is a two-way street, right? It's organizations demand loyalty, but they do not ask the questions, are we loyal
To people.
as well? It's a two-way street.